You are going about your dating life wrong. It's only harder to find a good woman if you're not a good man. And at the end of the day, gentlemen, you are responsible for the quality of woman you choose to date and eventually marry. No one's putting a gun to your head and forcing you to marry a modern woman, a feminist, a degenerate woman. You can find a good woman, but it starts with you. Are you a good man? Why would a good woman want you to begin with? What are your intentions? Do you want to love and honor her? Or do you just want a beautiful woman on your arm because you want to show off to your friends or compensate for your insecurities? Okay, so in this video, I'm going to break down why you are responsible for the woman that you choose in your life. And I'm going to go through why choosing a good woman is a noble pursuit. I'm going to go deeper into the reasons why most men keep choosing incompatible, immoral, or uninterested women. And then the solution. How do you turn things around so that you stop getting involved with bad women and find a good one, which is ultimately the goal of the guys watching this video. You may have clicked on this video because you've come out of a breakup, or you got betrayed, or you keep getting involved with women that you're not that into. There really isn't a connection there. Or maybe you really like her, but she doesn't feel the same way back. Or perhaps there's red flags that keep popping up all the time, and you just can't tell if a woman is good for you or not until it's too late, and you've been burned, you've been hurt, you've had time wasted with her, you've invested your money, and now you're heartbroken and you're a little bit more bitter and less trusting of the opposite sex. And this is what's happening to a lot of young men. What is worse, some of you watching this, you may be porn addicts and you've completely given up and you think there's no point even searching. What a sad way to live. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to go halfway across the world to find a woman in a different country because you can't seem to find any good ones where you're at. The quality of women you get and what you view and what you see is always a reflection of who you are. Gentlemen, it is important to know that yes, there's bad women, but there are also good women. And in my experience in coaching guys the last 3.5, 4 years, and everything I've seen in my personal life, when I see guys crying that all women are the same, I can't find good women, it's always a reflection of who they are. Because I've been that guy when I was younger. Where do I find a good woman? I can't seem to find them. It's impossible. And now I'm committed to the love of my life. I have an amazing woman, and I've taught many of my clients to find good women as well, who have read my book or gone through my course or watched my YouTube videos and gone through my mentorship. It is possible, but it's a foundation. You need your morals right. So this is what we're going to dive into today. You are responsible for the quality of the woman you choose because she is a reflection of you. And that is just reality. So let's start from the beginning. Every guy deep down wants a good woman. This is just truth. Even the feminists that believe in everything 50-50, they crave a masculine guy that they look up to, a man they respect, a man they think is handsome. This is evident in the romance novels, the romance, telenovelas and movies and shows. All these handsome men and the women get rescued by them and they love that. Even the feminists want a strong masculine guy. Right? It's something subconscious, it's there, it's subtle. Okay? Even the men that give up and say, I can't find good women, I'm going to be alone. These are all the guys that have problems with their lust and they're porn addicts or they can't stop masturbating. They are supplementing for the intimacy they wish they could have. They're watching porn and they're damaging themselves mentally and spiritually, but deep down what they crave is the connection to a good woman. And if only they could find that, they would be on a better path. And it's no different for the ladies. A lot of women consummated by feminism have been brainwashed to not know how to be godly women. And they also choose bad men and they don't know where to turn. So it is a double-edged sword here. But the topic today is on men. Today I'm going to shit on modern men and call out guys. Because guys, men are called to be the leaders. If you fix men, fix society, fix marriages, things will be better. And again, before anybody tells me, no one is forcing you to marry a modern woman, a degenerate woman full of red flags. That's not right for you. It's your job to know that, yes, there are good women, and yes, there are bad women. I need to learn to tell the difference. Because there are many reasons you may have clicked on this video. Breakup, can't find a good woman. But one thing is true. You've realized that enough is enough and it's time to change. So let's change you. From the very beginning, God said to Adam, Genesis 2:18, the Lord God said, It is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him helpmeet for him. And this biblical word helpmeet, and this is Old English from the 16th century. This translates to support, companion. Okay, someone that you trust the most. You and your wife are meant to join together for life. Guys, the woman you choose to marry should be the one you trust more than anyone and anything. And after God, she should be number 2 in your life, above your children, above everyone else, because she's the one you become one flesh with. And this has been etched into the hearts of all men since the dawn of time. How many men have died or sacrificed themselves in a war, in a battle, and died for the love of their life, to protect their women and children back home? So men are biologically, spiritually designed to find a woman to marry and become a closest companion for life. It has always been that way. And when you push that desire away, it comes out in unhealthy manners. Hence porn addiction, masturbation, men are lonely, guys become bitter incels, they have all this frustration. They want a woman, but they don't know where to start. So they give up. Low standards. Okay, so the problem arises when no one has taught young boys how to search for a suitable spouse. And because of this knowledge gap, which is oftentimes generational, most men can't go to dad for advice because dad has a terrible relationship with mum anyway, right? And the society and everything tells you that all women are bad, you can't trust them, give up. It's all division, right? But there is truth to it. There is definitely bad women, but that's beside the point. When that's thrown at you 24/7, it brainwashes you to think that's all there is. So you give up. It just lowers your standard. It chips away at your sanity. And because of that, young men who 40 years ago were married by the time they were 20 and had a wife and they started to have their families, they had drive and vision, right? They give up. And they become chronic masturbators or incels. And they're wasting away. Now, most men are wasting away their youth, their 20s, their prime. When they could find a good woman to grow with, now they're letting it slide until they get older and older and older. Then it becomes harder and harder, which is definitely true. And because most guys have grown up in dysfunctional homes, again, degenerate society that's brainwashed, weakened, emasculated, and cut them, they fail miserably in their personal lives, and their marital life is no exception. So understand that it is natural for you to seek a woman, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to fail and waste your prime years on the wrong woman, which is a whole other string of problems, which in some cases the consequences of that will carry into your grave, to the end and the rest of your life. You can get sick and get healthier again. You can lose money and make money. Marry the wrong woman and have 3 kids with her. Have a girlfriend for 10 years and you break up and it goes nowhere. The financial and emotional repercussions of some of those problems that come from bad relationships with the opposite sex, sometimes they're irreversible. It's not worth it. So the key is in choosing the right woman from the get-go, so you don't have to go through these unnecessary failures. And understand that it's good. You do need a good woman by your side. It's something that every guy wants deep down. So this part here is really going to hurt some of you, but it has to be done. Why do you keep dating incompatible, immoral, or uninterested women? And by uninterested, I mean women that don't even think you're attractive, but they date you anyway because it's just better than being alone looking at the 4 walls. If you keep dating women that betray you, waste your time, or lead you on, it is a combination of one or of all of the following reasons listed on screen. You have low self-esteem, you're immoral, you're weak, and you're cowardly. You're lustful, porn addict, chronic masturbator, or you hook up, so you're sleeping around. You're living that lifestyle, so you get what you are. Or you have unhealed wounds from your past, whether it's your childhood, maybe you've had serious problems with your parents, I don't care, dad left to get milk, didn't come back. Mum's a feminist, right? or, dad was really great, but mum was some psycho-alcoholic. Whatever it is, you had dysfunctional parents that didn't teach you how to regulate your emotions, didn't build up healthy self-esteem, didn't build up your confidence, didn't meet your needs emotionally, and didn't love you. And because of that, you have this wound and you don't know how to trust and open up to others. But instead of you just fixing it or finding help, you bottle it up inside, and now it's ruined the way you interact with other people. Friends, co-workers, family, everyone else, and especially the opposite sex. So you are absolutely dysfunctional when it comes to women. That can seriously ruin you. Also, you may have dysfunction regarding previous relationships, which some of you, it's going to ring a bell. Not everybody listening to this has never had a girlfriend before in their life. Some of you have had multiple girlfriends. You've had many relationships, some lasting many years, and you've been involved with a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, a lot of trauma. Maybe you've had fucking STDs. You have all sorts of issues with these people. And that's taken so many years away from you that it's still in your heart, in your mind. You can't get it out of your system yet. You haven't healed from it. So you're not even ready to find someone. You always rebound when you meet someone else. So you don't even date with the intention to marry with the actual standard of what you're looking for in a spouse. Because you're still stuck in the past. Not just because of childhood, but because of your past relationships. So now you're bitter towards others. You're unforgiving. You're a very angry person. You're very vengeful and spiteful. This is why you keep getting involved with the wrong woman. You think God is going to give you a sweet, godly, loving woman when you're like this, gentlemen. You get what you are. And finally, you're not traditional. Some of you guys like the idea of having a great woman by your side, but you don't want to be a godly man. You want to be polygamous. You want to sleep around. You listen to degenerate feminism or red pill advice, right? All these modern dating coaches telling you to sleep around, hook up, pursue status. The only sort of men that care about status and materialism are men that don't know how to love or to be loved. Jesus said it is more blessed to give than to receive, and to esteem others as higher than yourselves. Because anybody who exalts himself is going to be brought down, and anybody who humbles himself will be brought up. As Christian men, as masculine men are meant to be, we're meant to be service-driven, outward, sacrificial, to give and love others, not focused on our own needs or ourselves. It's about others and how we love others. And all these guys that are brainwashed into being materialistic and selfish and live for me is the problem. Individualism is the death of love and marriage. And you guys that are materialistic, you're always going to suffer. And then you don't understand why you keep getting these gold diggers, these stupid women on Instagram with their selfies and their lip fillers, and they dress like whores. But that's what you're attracting because it's what you're offering. It's who you are. If you're not traditional, you're not going to get a traditional woman, because a good, traditional, honorable woman, she wants a godly man. You have to take accountability. And you may have one or all of these problems. And in conclusion, it comes down to one thing. You have a knowledge gap on what it truly means to be a husband, and how to accurately vet if a woman is interested in you, finds you actually attractive, is compatible in terms of her values and morals. And that's it. And I don't want to hear your sob story that daddy didn't love you hard enough, or your mum was running off with a milkman. I don't care what your story is. Everybody's had stuff. I had dysfunctional parents. A lot of people have. But you know what? If you have high enough IQ and you want it bad enough, you're going to learn. You're going to grow. Which is another reason why you're here. Thank goodness you're watching this video. You're willing to change. You want to have a better future for your children and their children. And you want to have love in your life. You want to find a good woman. You want to know what that's like. You want to honor God. You want to have a better life. You want to turn things around. And you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's when you're ready to change. If you still want to be a victim and, I can't find a good woman because all women are bad, that tells me a lot about you. Ralph Waldo Emerson has an amazing quote. Your opinion on the world is a confession of your character. I don't think all women are bad. You know why? Because I know there's good ones, because I have one. I know there's many good ones out there. And there are bad ones. And I just learned to distinguish between both. That's how I teach my clients and the men that I mentor. Because that's the only metric to help you. There's good ones, there's bad ones. There's good food for you and there's bad food for you. Eat the good food, avoid the bad food, and you'll be healthy. Find a good woman, avoid all the bad women, and your relationship will be fine. It really is that simple. But it's knowing the ins and outs, having the knowledge. So what's the solution? The solution lies in you filling in your knowledge gap to discern if a woman is wife material or not. And the next video I do, I'm going to go deeper into this as well. What qualities make a woman a wife material? I'll talk a little bit more about my relationship with my woman and give you guys some nuggets on that. So, 3 key points I want to mention. Number 1, stop blaming women for your terrible choices, because no one has forced you into an arranged marriage. No one's put a gun to your head and told you to date some degenerate girl. She wants a different life from you. She wants something else completely. She's not into you. No one's forcing you. You have liberty when you meet a girl to ask questions, dig deep into her lifestyle, and vet her thoroughly from the get-go to determine whether she's suitable for you or not. It really is that simple. You can choose. It is literally that. What you guys doing is you meet a girl, you're waiting 6 months. You wait a year, then you ask her body count. Then you ask about her past. You ask day 1. That's what I did. And that's what I teach my clients to do. And that's why they have good women. Because they're not playing some weird rug pull. They don't have skeletons in their closet. Be direct. Be a man. It's that simple. Okay? Whenever I see guys say, "Oh, all women are bad. All women can't love men." Yeah, the quality of women you're dating. But it says a lot about you. Guys, don't blame all women. There's a lot of sweet girls out there and they've made mistakes. They're with the wrong guy. They're in the same boat as you. They're struggling too. Okay? So again, vet a woman from the get-go. Ask everything you need to know. Dig deep into who she is. I have a video on the channel about this as well. How to actually vet a woman's character. What questions to ask you can start with. I'll link the video at the end of the video. It will pop up. Okay? The next point is to educate yourself on red flags so you can build your standards, your boundaries, and your deal breakers, which will protect you from getting involved with the wrong woman. Again, I have a video on the channel about red flags and deal breakers as well. You can study. If I go deeper into this on my book, which will be linked in the description, and even in my course, my relationship mastery course, I go super in depth into that, which is really important to know. And finally, the final step I recommend is that you seek, if you're someone who can't do it by yourself and you're just tired of screwing up, seek guidance. Ask a mentor for help. Okay, a lot of people, they'll get a fitness instructor, personal trainer, right? Hence, why do you think a teacher is there? To guide you, to prepare you. People go to an apprenticeship to learn from the master. It's that simple. Doctors, when they do their residency, right? Lawyers, they have to, put all that extra work in, right? Before you get officiated. All of these things exist for a reason. You learn from someone else who's done it. I've done it. I've taught so many of them to do it, and I can teach you how to do it. I'm not saying you have to seek mentorship from me. Find mentorship from someone else. Okay, fair enough, I look young, but not that young anymore. Seek mentorship from someone older. Seek mentorship from a guy who's been married for 20 years, 40 years, and you know he has a good woman, you know he's a good man. Maybe it's someone you know. Maybe it's an uncle, maybe it's a grandfather, maybe it's someone in your community or your church. Okay? Seek mentorship from someone you trust, who has the receipts, who has the proof of work, who's shown that he's got the result himself, and he is where you want to be. Okay? That's what I recommend you do. It's no different than if a lady's watching this, I would say to a woman, seek mentorship from an older woman who's married to a good man. She knows how to be a good wife. She'll teach you everything you need to know if your mother couldn't teach you. Same thing. Gentlemen, if you do want my mentorship and you do want my guidance, you can come to me and I'll teach you. Because I can't teach, obviously in one YouTube video I can't teach you everything, of course not. This is just to make you aware that you are responsible for the woman you choose. Don't be a victim, don't blame women, vet them, fill in your knowledge gap so you know how to actually vet them in a deeper level. And if you actually need more help, seek mentorship, ask. That's what we're here to do for humanity, to help each other. So what I can recommend if you do want my mentorship is head over to my website, which again will be linked down below. If you press the learn more button, there is a video that explains what my relationship mastery course is all about. It's optional. If that's for you, you can book a free call with me and I'll see if you're suitable to join. If not, you can click on the link. This will open up my book in Amazon. You can check out my book. You can read the reviews. You can see what people say. I absolutely love it. And if not, you can join my Relearning relationships community. And now this is only $5 a month, but if you do want to support me, it's a way you can. As you can see right now, we have over 150 members. Different men make different posts, testimonials, book review, different posts, right? People interact in the comments. We have a group call, which is the next few days, and classroom with different courses I've added. You can download the app on your phone, on your computer, and you get direct access to me personally. And I can also put a lot of stuff here that I can't talk about on YouTube, unfortunately. You guys know what the algorithm's like. Some stuff would get me banned. But regardless, if you are serious about seeking my mentorship, all the information is here. All the links are down below in the description. And I'll see you on the other side. But with that said, hope you've enjoyed the video. And for the men, guys, understand, you're not a victim. Don't blame women for your poor choices. Okay? You need to change. The clock is ticking. Okay? If you're watching this and you're in your 20s, you're in prime time. If you're in your early 30s, gentlemen, it's time to take it serious. And if it's past your early 30s and you're single and you're looking, it should be your utmost priority. One thing I found working with different men is the older you are, the harder it does get, because you are limiting your options, which is completely true. And if you're you young guys, you have such an opportunity to find a good woman and grow old together in your youth. It is a blessing. Don't miss out. You're responsible for the quality of woman you choose to date and woman you choose to marry. And when you take accountability on that, you're no longer a victim anymore. If she had red flags, you can dump her and let go. If she cheats on you, she had problems, let go. She wasn't attracted to you, she's not for you. Next. And you can learn how to find a good woman instead from the get-go. With that said, hope you've enjoyed the video. God bless all of you and your families. And I'll see you all in the next one.